Exactly 40 days after Christmas Day, the church celebrates another ancient high feast. This is the day that Jesus Christ was presented at the temple in Jerusalem. We're going to take a short, closer look at the story through an icon. Most people know about Christmas Day on the 25th of December, and most people know about Easter Sunday or Pascha, which is on a different Sunday every single year. What a lot of people have forgotten about, especially in the Western world, is that these are only two of the many events that fill the church calendar every single year. There are other ancient festivals that are also important. When Jesus was just 40 days old, according to the ancient customs, he was taken to the temple in Jerusalem. This event is commemorated every year 40 days after Christmas on the 2nd of February. It is one of the 12 great feasts of the church. In the Orthodox world, it tends to be known as the presentation of Jesus Christ at the temple, or you may hear it called the meeting of our Lord in the temple. The Western name for this event is Candlemas, which is a nice sounding word referencing the importance of candles in this celebration and candlelight processions. While this is a more Western word, it has an Eastern origin, and writings from Constantinople and Alexandria show the importance of candlelight processions in the Candlemas service. And because of that Candlemas name and that candlelight tradition, our dad gave us a beautiful beeswax candle to use just for this episode. The deeper reason that candles are associated with this event is because of the words of Simeon in a prayer that we will look at later in the episode that you will see in the story of the presentation of the temple. He calls Jesus Christ a light to enlighten the Gentiles. This feast, 40 days after Christmas, is the last event in what is known as the Christmas cycle. It is part of the Christmas season, in a way. And in many countries around the world, there are lots of different traditions regarding Candlemas. There are traditional foods and traditional celebrations. In some parts of the world, in times gone by, Christmas decorations were left up until the 2nd of February. In many families and homes around the world today, at least the nativity set remains set up in the house until the 2nd of February, until Candlemas. It's only really on the 2nd of February that Christmas is over. An iconographic depiction of this event can be found in most Orthodox churches around the world. Like all icons, this isn't a photoreal display of what happened, it is teaching about the value of the story and some of the things within that event. At the edge of the icon is Saint Joseph the Betrothed, and in his hands he is holding the sacrifice for the birth of the firstborn, and it's two turtle doves. According to Old Testament law, if a family could not afford a lamb or a calf, they were permitted to bring these two birds. This is a sign that the family is poor, but still honoring the customs and the laws of God. The early church also teaches a lesson seen in the presence of these two doves. This is the Old Covenant meeting the New Covenant. This is the Jews meeting the Gentiles. In an icon that is about the meeting of our Lord in the temple, several things are here being made to meet. As in other icons that we've shown, Jesus is here presented as an infant, but also there is an aspect of age about him. He is simultaneously looking ancient and childish. This artistic anachronism is a deliberate way of showing that even though Jesus is a baby, he is still the Son of God. His ancient wisdom precedes even his birth, and so in a way of showing that this baby is God, he is always portrayed as an almost older man and a child simultaneously. Rather than wearing the swaddling clothes that a 40-day-old baby should be dressed in, Jesus is normally portrayed in these icons wearing royal robes, in contrast and completion with the poverty displayed by the presence of the two turtle doves. Nearby is the prophetess Anna, an elderly widow who rejoices at seeing Christ. She sometimes gestures to him, and sometimes she looks up to heaven, and she's often holding a scroll which represents the ancient prophecy that Jesus is here to fulfill. Some versions of this icon show Our Lady holding Christ, handing him over to Simeon, but most icons show Simeon already holding him, and Our Lady stretches out her hands towards him in a gesture of showing the way to him, in a similar way to the Hodegetria icon, or Our Lady of the Way, in which she points all of us to him, to our salvation. For more on Mary's depiction, watch our video on Our Lady of the Way. Things that we covered in that episode apply to all representations of her in iconography. When it comes to Simeon, known as Saint Simeon the God Receiver, in a sense representing all of humanity, he takes into his arms the Son of God. His hands are covered, such is his respect for holding God incarnate. The layout of this icon means that it appears that Jesus Christ is being held by Simeon right above the altar. In this moment, he is here to purify the ancient worship traditions. He is the perfect sacrifice. He is the completion of all true worship. The altar's design is also intriguing. The altar is set between 4 pillars that hold up a canopy, and the structure is known as a ciborium. While this was incredibly common in the first millennium of Christianity, and I have seen it in Orthodox churches today, it isn't as easily recognized for what it is, a distinctly Christian piece of church architecture, representing the canopy of heaven above the altar. What it means is that Jesus isn't presented just at the altar in the Temple of Solomon, but at the altar in the Christian church, that his presence isn't just in the temple in the first century, but in the temple during the liturgy every single Sunday. Some icons will make this connection with the Christian church even more obvious by having crosses in the designs. Some will even have a gospel book on the altar, which is where we store it in Orthodox churches today. Some will even have a chalice on the table, reminding us that we too, like Simeon, can receive Christ in the Holy Eucharist. Every Saturday night, the Orthodox Church celebrates a service known as Vespers. It's an evening service. It's very beautiful and very peaceful, and directly links in with the Divine Liturgy on Sunday morning, which is our main service. At the end of the Vespers service, we still pray every week the prayer of Saint Simeon the God Receiver, because we too witness the salvation of Christ. We know that death is about to be overthrown. We know that Christ has come to save us all. Simeon prays, and we all pray every week. Lord, now let your servant depart in peace, according to your word. For my eyes have seen your salvation, which you have prepared before the face of all people, a light to lighten the Gentiles, and to be the glory of your people, Israel. That's another episode in our ongoing series about icons. We've done quite a few, and there's still a few more to be done, so stay tuned. We're accompanying the episode with a tea inspired by panna cotta, and it's fascinating. It's got black tea and lemon and orange and mandarin and I think some cherry and almonds. And then they've added freeze-dried yogurt into it that add a creamy texture that's very surprising and reminiscent of panna cotta as a dessert. And it was a gift to us by our friend Marie from Romania, who we've known for years now, and she was one of the first people to watch Patristix. When we first filmed a few episodes, she was one of the first people we sent them to. So thank you, Marie. It's a very nice tea.